I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if it's your first time stopping by my beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. Y'all really showed up and showed out for me today, wearing that those beautiful vibes with me. It was truly appreciated, especially during these times. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when your girl is about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to. That's all I meant to say. Positive feedback about the video, or you're just telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes or good information that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. And I'm hoping you are able to resonate with the content of my video. Uh, the music that I'm listening to in the background is called 3 Hours of Reiki Zen Meditation, healing music, positive, motivating energy. Yin Yang 134. And I will post that link in the description box below. Y'all, I wasn't even gonna make any videos today, to be honest with you. It was like, dealing with my dad's transition anniversary is not easy, especially with him being who he is. A lot of people have been posting uh, pictures, songs, different concerts and stuff that he's done. And I pretty much has been, kind of staying clear from social media. I have not been able to answer, not have not been, I haven't replied back to your comments that y'all been leaving. Y'all been sending me text messages, emails, as well as, here, up under the post, which is truly appreciated. Y'all touched me on my heart and I got really emotional. So I was just like, let me allow myself when I'm in that better mood. And I get to that point where, I'm dealing with a lot of heavy stuff just like you are. I choose to, or I tend to stay off to myself because I'm very selfish when it comes to um, feelings like that. I don't want to, place that on. Those are the times I usually try to stay by myself. But the video that I'm doing, I almost forgot to say that. Twin Flame 101, when Heyokas, when we Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, when our struggles transform into strength. It is so true. It's just like basically share about our different experiences that we go through, not just by being empath, but just being Heyokas, is very heavy at times. We tend to do things the hard way. We tend to do things a lot backwards. But there's times that we have to laugh to keep from crying at times. And it was like today, it just opened up old wounds. I know a lot of people meant well. Y'all been sending me, hey, they're doing Prince tributes today. I don't usually watch those, and I was talking to him earlier, and just being able to have that telepathic, connection with him is truly a blessing. And he kept on telling me, hey, I don't want you to be sad. I'm always with you. He's like, I hate it when you tell me you miss me because all you had to do is just concentrate on me, and I'm here. He said, I know these things aren't easy. If he had his way, he would have been there for me the way he wanted to. But it was just like he wanted me to be able to celebrate. He doesn't want me to be sad. He doesn't want me to be in a funk, and it just brought up all the things that had came down to that very moment, knowing, there was people that had their fair share on playing that out for me and him to be separated like that. Even for me being able to know my biological mom, all that pain had came back up today, and I had to allow myself to really try to stay strong, knowing these are the times where you're having to face your worst nightmares. At times it felt like I'm the only one who understands this pain. It's just like, I'm not trying to say, you don't understand me, you don't understand me. I don't want anybody to ever know what my pain feels like. Anybody who loves my dad, that, that pain that pain hits you a lot different. But when it comes to family and knowing that, there have been, so many opportunities that I could have connected with him on that physical part, and I longed for that. That mess hits home for me really hard. And it was just like when I really needed my spirit guides to come through, and I had my loved ones that passed. I mean, when they came in, I just felt, a lot of heaviness that just weighed off of my heart, my shoulders, and they kept telling me what you're going through, isn't easy. You have to day by day. I just always ask God, when I get in my feelings, I always ask God to keep working on me. Even though I'm not a spiritual person, but I'm heavy with our power. It takes a lot for you to be able to stay sane. It takes you a lot to not be angry at anybody for doing what they have done, keeping you away from your family, that died to, really want to connect with, making sure I lived out my fears, when it comes to stuff like that. But it allowed me to know it's just like my pain has become not just my strength, but it also became my blessing to be able to share with others. Whatever we go through is not easy. And that's where those hard times end up turning up to be your greatest strength. You have things that has to come into your life and flip it all upside down, because you have to understand what you are up under all those things that's molded you to be something that you really are not, you know and that's how I have to allow myself to see things. I don't want to play a victim, because I'm not a victim of anything. Allowing myself to get up, because there were so many people, that was really trying to take jabs at me, because of this situation, or they wanted to be, a-holes towards me just because of today, but I had to allow myself to shake that off. People show their true intentions when real stuff comes out, so I had to appreciate that. Even though the truth is not pretty at times, you have to be happy of things showing you where you really stand and when it comes to other people's lives, especially the ones that you have been there for. I really appreciate all those things that happen, because I was in my feelings today. I was not trying to be dry or rude or anything, because there's people that just text me and saying, Roslynn, I love you. I know this is like a hard time for you and stuff like that. And it really allowed me to appreciate that. It's just like not worrying about the people that have put you down, the people that are trying to keep you from getting closure, or the people that are trying to work hard to make sure you suffer in every kind of way. But allow yourself to appreciate the things that people appreciate what you're doing. What you're bringing to the table is making you realize what you have in your life, and allowing yourself to part ways with things that are not, elevating you, is keeping you in a, stagnant vibration, a low vibration, where you're concentrating more on what you're lacking or more of what you don't want to be around, than actually being grateful for the lessons, life lessons from those tragic moments, when it has come to like abusive relationships, parents that are very abusive. You have to allow yourself to see the strength in you. They seen it. That's why they tried to break you down as way, as much as they can. They're playing their part, even though it's like they're playing their part, but they're also playing off of their ego at the same time. And you have to understand that, normal people don't go around hurting folks. People that are in love with themselves and gonna go around getting power off of just trying to hurt somebody else. That's weak. That's very weak. I always say with me, my joy when it comes to other people is just to be able to know I can bring that peace of mind to them. Or when they're feeling unsure of certain things, I can send them that word of encouragement and saying, you may not understand what your path is right now, or maybe even understand your purpose, or you're trying to get to your purpose, but trust and believe it's going to happen. You have to allow yourself to go through a lot of life lessons. You have to allow yourself to really reflect on the things that is holding you back, allowing yourself to part ways with what is holding you back. Allow yourself to focus on what you're trying to bring to the table instead of what what you're lacking right now or what you're dealing with, because every cycle you're in right now is giving you that strength to maintain and know it's not going to always be this way. These things are very short term, but it's all about how you tend to go about them. And that's where your strength comes from. Those struggles, when you see that everybody turned their back on you when you never did that to them, that basically showed you these people were more out of a benefit of what you were. You were their blessing. Okay, you were their blessing. Don't allow yourself, there are certain times I done sat here and knowing I've never been, I never betrayed the people that has done this to me. I always showed them love. I always gave them, that just that kind word they needed. And then when I went through this, it was so many people that turned their back on me, or there were just so many people that tried to make sure I did not be able to meet my family, or being able to be where my dad has been. All those different things has came to me, and it hurt like hell. I ain't even gonna lie. And it just really allowed me to see, this situation. The devil was hoping it would have broke me, but then just being able to allow myself to use my every experience to be able to vlog about it, and just even the things that has came to me, and then being like I can predict certain things that has taken place, and then next thing you know, it comes into play. God has gave me a beautiful gift, even though at times it feels a burden when I have to deal with a lot of sad things, and seeing certain things that I can't unsee, but everything has a reason for being the way they are. I always have to constantly tell myself, even though this may be my moment of struggle, it's going to bring me to my moment of shine. You have to allow yourself to see that. Don't allow people that do less for you hold so much of an important vibe in your life, but allow yourself to appreciate what they're teaching you, because it's just like, when I see the things that take part in my life, I see how people constantly trying to press my buttons, or when the devil's trying to sit up here and bring somebody to me that wants to go off for their ego. It's just like when we're Heyokas, you can, even through text messages, even through messages, you can see if somebody's coming at you and really truly appreciating what you're doing, or they're doing on that type of egotistical situation where they're feeling like they're better than you, or they want you to doubt your capability, or they feel like you're lying about something. I said, shoot, empaths are the biggest, lie detectors there is. Somebody, lies to you, like, ooh, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. You can feel it right there. And you know it. I've had it dealt with here. I had it, even when I'm dealt with people that I thought was cool with me. And then it's just like now, instead of me actually thinking about all the hurtful things, but being able to allow myself, this reflected on certain things, that there are certain people that weren't supposed to maintain on your journey. It's like when you feel that somebody has turned their back on you and abandoned you, it was actually God turning you around, because he didn't need you in that direction anymore. They knew if these people would have stayed in your life, they would have wrecked up whatever is supposed to be coming for you. Those are the things they supposed to impact on you, on life lessons, and vice versa. If anybody has, if you've been very genuine to somebody, that's more of their loss than it is yours. you know People, a lot of time, people just hold on to you just for the benefit of you. I've had that, you know and it's just like when you're going through those processes. I remember I put a post up here, I think it was like last week, when there's a lot of people don't want to be a part of the process but want to break their neck to be a part of your outcome. Nah, bruh, if you weren't there during that rain, don't expect to be coming up and walking next to me hand in hand in that shine. I said everybody who's been in my life that has um gave me the love that I gave back to him. It's appreciated. Even the ones who manipulated, even the ones that didn't have good intentions for me, that gave me, I appreciate them too. Because now it's allowing me to peep every side of the game when folks be trying to come at you all different type of ways. You can really appreciate that. Appreciate what they brought into the table. Appreciate how you allowed yourself to really see what it was, and then allowed yourself to let go. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for holding on to that pain that these people have caused in your life. That's where all your strength is coming from right now. That's why I keep making these posts, and y'all feel that change is taking place. The people are going through lockdown, and you have no other choice, because a lot of times when we allowed ourselves to stay busy, it took our mind off of the things that we really need to just not hit you sideways. They really not came at you sideways. And it's like universe placed you in that point where you're having to allow yourself to see other choice but to deal with them, but allow yourself to heal from the craziness that they're bringing towards you because you don't have any kind of control over your life. You know where you're going. You know where you're being led to. Don't have those people distract you from what you're doing. You see what they're pulling. When people see that you know, there's some people, it's sad that when they see that you're down, they'll try to make sure you stay down because they already know there's something good about you, and they don't want you to enjoy that because they feel like, number one, they already know that what you're about to do in your life is going to be more better than the chaos that they keep creating in their life. So you have to allow yourself to pray for those type of people, because those are the type of people that have to, you know, they have to manipulate. They got to have somebody feed and cater to what they got going on for them to feel important, even though that's where you're allowing somebody else's actions to validate your happiness. That's not good. You know, if you got to go through all that just for somebody to either be jealous of you or, you know, wishing they had the type of, you know, the luck they have, trust and believe your blessings are a lot better than what they're trying to place on you. Those are the things that was brought into your life to be able to know they don't have that power over you. They taught you everything that you need to learn in your life about how you need to allow yourself to break free from nothing that is not uplifting you, not supporting you. Um, you know, not, you know, being that type of person that can be there when you really truly needed them. That mess may hurt, but that's the truth. Those are the truth. They weren't coming here in your life to be that person that's going to love you. They came into your life so they can hurt you. They came into your life so they can deceive you. But these are the things you had to peep game on. But then you have to allow yourself to appreciate what they taught you through those hard times, because this is what is going to help heal you. Because when it comes out to the real world and you get where you need to get, nobody's opinions is going to stop you from where you're going to go, because where you're going to go is where you were chosen to go. You know what you had to sacrifice, you know what you had to allow yourself to maintain, keeping positive even through the hellish times. Allow yourself to rise on faith. You know, jump into it, faith. When they tell you to jump into it and you're scared and stuff like that, don't think that they're going to abandon you. The people that you may be hanging around, those are the ones that are abandoning the hell out of you, especially if they don't see where they're benefiting off of it. A lot of times people do kind of things just because they have a hidden motive for that. So you have to allow yourself to know that these things are only temporary, but these are the things you needed for you to grow. These are the things that you needed to help you maintain to where you're trying to be. And it's just like it allowed me to really see. I've been seeing it for the last few days, but through this heartache of, you know, the transition of my dad, wanting me, you know, just needing that peace in my heart, because it's just like every time, you know, this part comes up, either if it's not, you know, the situation is taking place, or even his birthday, you know, has really been that point where I draw back. There's times I sat here and cried. You know, I did it a lot of it today. One day I'll get that answer to know who was held at fault for that, you know. And everything that, you know, is meant for a reason. You know, even though I may not understand it, I have to just trust the process in that. But just knowing, you have to allow yourself to know when, you know, you're going out and helping the world heal, help the world change the way they view things, how they respond, how they react, how they see them. You know, all those different things are taking place, but you had to go through those rough patches. You had to be abandoned, you had to be abused, you had to be mistreated, you had to be deceived, you know, all these different things, because you aren't going to go hard for somebody if you don't, if you never can be able to relate to their struggle. I mean, you can do that, you can be that person, but you'll get a deeper understanding because you have experienced these things. You know, that's why I love doing what I do. I always tell people, if you don't feel comfortable with hitting me up here, you know, find me on, you know, messenger, you know, because not a lot of people are open like I'm open. You know, you want that help and you're needing it, but a lot of times we feel like we're going to be judged, or we're not proud of the things we have gone through, and it's okay. You're going to get to that point, you're going to understand all those mistakes that you have made is going to make you heal, and and it's going to make you make better choices. The things that you are escapes. We call it escapes from the problems. Mine was cigarettes, mine was weed, and liquor every once in a while, because it's like as soon as I used to have a pill habit, came back down to the south, and that was more of a blessing than anything, because here you can't get pills and stuff like that like I was getting in the Midwest, because all you had to do is just go to a clinic and tell them all these different things, and next thing you know, you can get any type of anxiety pain pill, muscle relaxer, or whatever. And it was at that point where I constantly fed my pain to pills. If I felt like I was going to be an emotional eater, I made sure I took medicine just to make me sleep. I exposed my, so I had to allow myself not to that walk of life as it is. It's already bad enough is that I'm going through this. The people that were supposed to be my family, manipulated that situation for my kids to look at me sideways, knowing, you know, at any kind of time, they'll feed off of if we're bumping heads, so they can find out what they can do to make sure I don't never be able to find out anything about my family or whatever. But it is just like it allowed me to make that change, even though I can't change my past. I can make myself have a healthier future, just so my kids are not repeating the things that I've placed on them or I've been placed on or whatever. But these are those times to really see your struggles as your strength. And at times it's hard to do that when you're dealing with overbearing consequences or overbearing stressful situations. It's hard for you to be able to, keep that mind on a focus, positive outcome, like good things are coming, even though you got that energy right now with everything that's taking place, because you have to reflect towards anything, any kind of deep scar that you have. And as soon as I said that, all my hairs on my arms stood up, got these daggone chills. And things you're facing is not easy, but that's where your strength is going to come in, because you didn't see that. You seen it coming, but you just didn't see it coming through something like this, you know. And it is just like, yes, it's a pandemic or whatever they want to call it, and it's a scary situation, because it's just like, if somebody sneeze your different direction, or they could be, they don't swallow something wrong and start choking, you be like, oh hell no, don't make me fight you. Don't even breathe on me, don't even look my way, you probably give me something, but all these things are helping you heal. All these things is allowing you to really see things on how it is taking, place. Why did it take place? Why do things got to be so heavy? Why do things got to be hard? But like I keep mentioning, and I keep reminding myself, anytime when situations are getting really hard for you, is because you're resisting that change. And a lot of times change have to go through emotional and mental breakdown for you to be able to see the real of the real of the real. And you have to be able to do that, because if you keep resisting and trying to ride against the current, it ain't gonna do nothing except make you be in a worse situation. Because right now, this is like where your blessings are coming to the forefront for you. And it's kind of like, it feels like some kind of like Armageddon type situation. Like if you don't allow yourself to do what you need to do right now, you're gonna that I have to allow myself not to be scared about that, because it's just like, number one, I'm not telling somebody, the left hand what the right hand's doing, because I already know people be watching my videos, because if I don't say nothing to individuals, they trying to find every little situation where they can find out what Rosalind's latest scoop is, so I can pray against that, make sure it doesn't happen. I say I get tired of mess like that. Then they wondering why the hell their life is so effed up, why they come out their way, coming all out the woodworks after I unblocked your ass. You still got to come out and come somewhere. I'm like, baby, you doing too much. You are way doing too much. Worry about you, fix you. Don't worry about my journey, because it's like whatever you doing over there, I wish you well, but what you're doing is not a factor to me. It's very irrelevant. I'm trying to worry about me. I'm trying to reflect on what I need to change, where I need to grow, where I need to go. So you have to allow yourself to just, when you allow yourself to put faith in what universe is doing for you, where they're leading you, where God's doing that, where He's leading you, it's not gonna matter who the hell has their back, turned against you, or who's trying to stab you, and as quick as you turn your back. When you're allowing yourself to be very short about what you got going on or what you're trying to do, and allow that to keep to yourself. Like I say, real G's move in silence. You ain't got to tell people anything that you do. That's why I allow myself to focus on today. God already knows my situation. God already knows what I want. All I do is stay focused on right now, the now. because it's like the future hasn't came here yet, so you can't worry about that. Just work on what you're trying to do right now, and the rest gonna fall into place for you. Don't be worrying about those other people. Don't feed into their ego. Don't be sitting up here telling what your plans are. Don't tell them what your fears are, because when you open your mouth on things like that, don't think that they're not calculating, or how they trying to see what you got going on and making sure you don't get it. So you have to allow yourself to let the Lord and God, universe, all the powers that be, you, as long as you know that they're for you. That's the only thing that matters, because doors are about to open that no man can't shut. And then it's just like every time I hear that, it's like certain songs come up, like that song by Nicki Minaj called Pills and Potion. If they ain't something that read, I'll be like, oh Lord, this giving me chills, because it really makes me, as soon as my third eye is itching like crazy. um that song is like, it's like they see you doing good now, it's hard to dish you. Like they get mad as hell because they can't live lavish with you. All those different things. That song repeats on me a lot of time. I was like, you know what, Nikki, what you trying to tell me? And allow myself to do good. It ain't even about monetary value. It's all about my spirit, all about my love that I place upon myself and reflect towards others. We all go through those hard times, but those hard times is going to be your milestone. Those milestones when you have down next person, not the ones you appreciate those ones that put you down, because that gave you a whole bunch of ammunition to keep on going. It's like, oh, dag, I must be doing right for them to be coming back into my life and trying to sit up here, and you done made something of yourself. They see you changing. They see that that better days are coming from you. Like I said plenty of times, a lot of times those haters, those fans and that they didn't mean you any kind of good, and they come back, allow them to keep that same energy from what they did to you, for them to be out your life. Don't bring them folks back in. Don't sit up here and go running back to something that God took you out of. Leave that door closed. But I hope y'all were able to resonate with the content of this video. I'm gonna try to do at least about one or two. I usually try not to do them this late, but I felt good. I felt like I wanted to talk. I said you really use this as like a positive outlet for me. Knowing if I can bless myself and see the blessings that's coming into me, even through those rainy days. I trust and believe I want to project that towards other people, because we're really going through it right now, and it's really trying your patience. It may be even trying your faith. You keep constantly hearing better is on its way to you. To really see it is that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put out some different videos. The next two that I'm about to do is something I haven't really spoken on, but it needs to be spoke on. And I was guided from the universe. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So but I would love to give a post notification shout out to Jamie Daniel and Daniela Lacker. Laker, Leaker. My bad if I didn't pronounce it right. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome, and so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love the chance to give you a shout out. Give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Um, yeah, hit that notification bell. Subscribe. Tell somebody about the channel. Give me a thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. Um, and if you need to hit me up privately, you can find me on Facebook Messenger. Let me know what name you go by, because a lot of times people use different tag names or avatar names, whatever they call it here, and then have to use their real name there. So let me know that you connect with me here. Or Heyoka, you can find me up under my name, and just let me know what assistance you need towards your spiritual path. Whatever we speak on is confidential. Um, and if I can't give you the answers that you need, I will send you towards your way to find out the answers you need. And I will see you on my next video. Make sure you stay safe, sanitize, and clean. Um, know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And if uh, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity words, vibes, frequencies, even through social distancing, because those good things can really take somebody a long way. So I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.